5-yard line.
Round 80. Check 55. Mike. Not today, you are. Not today.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
At the 30-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Rivers. It's complete to Williams. Williams loses the football. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
White. Hey, Alpha. Hey, here you go. Here we go, here we go. Mark 55.
First down, Rivers. He's got it to Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
Well, I mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. J.J. Watt. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
51. Hey, Charlie. Check 99. Check 99. Check your hot read.
Here's Rivers. And this is complete. It's Allen. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations, so he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Black 15. Easy.
From the gun, Rivers. And he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
What's up? 19! 54! Let's go!
After the penalty, it's Miller. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
Watson on 3rd down. He finds his target, Fuller. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
24! Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Kill 59! Watch the shot.
Boston Scott, his 1st carry. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 35-yard line.
That's what I do.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson. He gets this one to Johnson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Third and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Watson off play action. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Travis Benjamin deep for the Chargers. This is taken at the 18. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Block 11! 180! Hey, Orbit! Wait, 89!
Now Gordon on first down. And an alley to run. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Delta, 55.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He completes it to Henry. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Rivers with a first and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Check 25. 5. Hey, ready.
From the red zone now, Rivers. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen there to make the grab. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. That's one of those touchdown tosses where if it's an inch to the right or left, it's not a touchdown. He had to put it right on the money.
Yeah, and how did he do that? Everything around him, everything swirling, all the coverage downfield. Somehow he spotted the opening and put it right there.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Now Scott. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to drop something good here on 3rd and 13.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And I think the ball's out and picked up by the Chargers. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a Took the contact and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Just a sec. 19. 59. Mike to 59. Hey, we got to get this stop here, Jake.
A first down carry now for Miller. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Second and 12 at the 42-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Faking the give. Now Watson. And Thomas has it. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
My set. It's our field. It's our field.
Off of play action, it's Watson. He completes this into the hands of Miller. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
I'm coming after you.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Operating from the gun, Rivers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Rivers on the money, complete, and he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Get 180, 380. Left. Small. Behind.
Rivers on first down. And he rifles one incomplete. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there. And that'll bring up second down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Rivers throws there, complete to Allen. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 41-yard line. Rivers now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down.
79. Hey, Zoo.
Rivers again. Got Gordon open, completes it. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Alpha! Hey, Haywood!
To the air again here, Rivers. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Phillip Rivers with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now, under 100 yards of total offense. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Watson. With a catch made by Hopkins. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
We're set. 19. 59. Come on.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. With a catch made by Johnson. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. He hit his first. Now this one from 40. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 20, 10, 5, and with a clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed. Indeed.
Badgley on for the extra point.
That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination. But the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Melvin Ingram. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Joey Bosa picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returning, it's Benjamin. Kiss him goodbye, Travis Benjamin. Touchdown, L.A. 63 yards on the punt return score as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go, defense. Let's go.
Miller. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's go. Double tight. Let's go.
On 2nd down now, it's Miller. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson, and he fires one that's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will extend this big lead.
42, Texans 3.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll run with Miller. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let's go, baby. They turn over. Let's get that ball.
Johnson on the counter. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Watson with a give to Miller. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Set. 19. 59. Hey, let's get off the field, D.
To throw is Watson. Screen play, Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. And down to the 27-yard line. And he's brought to the ground with another first down. At the Chargers' 27-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Let's get it. Set. 19. 59. Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Joey Bosa able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. On 3rd down, Scott. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here?
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him. And
he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Check 55 to Mike. And watch that, and watch the ball.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Got to get to the 26 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. A toss play. Gordon. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 9. He got 8. And that's going to leave him with a 4th and 1 on their side of the field. Now Charger kicker Mike Badgley on 4th down, coming out to try the field goal. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Badgley able to punch this one through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
3 buzz, 3 buzz, 3 buzz.
They'll try the right side here with Miller. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And they'll run for it with Miller. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
If he writes a book in the offseason, he ought to title it Undaunted, because where he is on the field, back on his own side, and goes for it and gets it, I got to give it to him on that one.
Yeah, only thing you can justify it with is it was only a few inches that they needed. If it's 4th and 2, probably doesn't do it. Hey, he got it. Give him credit.
Yeah, but if they don't pick it up,
then you're in trouble.
Yeah, they're giving points to the other team at that stage.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On the carry, this is Scott. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
What is that? 19! Hey, I'm coming.
On 2nd down, it's Scott. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Watson. He's got Fuller. And he's taken down inside the 30. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 29-yard line.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Miller will get it. He has been busy today. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
The 27-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Jordan Akins, 27 yards, and the Texans claw one back.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round, but I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game.
And now look at him go. He's at the 40, past the 20, and he'll be down deep into Houston territory. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 17-yard line. Big run here in the 4th as they continue to wear down this defense.
And that's when the offensive line coach clicks onto the headset and says, head coach, offense coordinator, let my guys fire out and hit people. We're wearing them down. Let's finish them off with the running game.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Watch the boot.
Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on just 8 teams left.